Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson. I'm back with another training video, this time for also using the stupid simple system. What I ended up doing here was number 5. Here's the stupid simple system, but I liked it so much that I made another version of the pip trigger. So here's the stupid simple system. As you can see, there's 4 moving averages and a couple indicators down at the bottom. But I like this one so much that I tweaked it, modified it, and number 1 here is exactly the same with the same 4 moving averages. But I also included this moving average and this moving average, the green line and this red-blue line. I also included my HA bars and the bulls and the bears down at the bottom to make it more accurate. And now I'm going to show you down on the 5 minutes on the pound New Zealand. As a matter of fact, a few of the pound pairs did exactly the same thing, trading the news. So if you look at the meter, I always check the meter. I'm looking for the pound. Pound's got to be at the top or very near the top, which it is right here. And the New Zealand is the weakest one. So either pound, New Zealand, pound, yen, both of them are very good. So trading the news, we'll go to the news. Now at Forex Factory on the news, this is Friday, January the 12th, 8:30 a.m. We had CPI, core retail sales, and more retail sales. So we had neutral on this one. These two are positive, so we would be buying the dollar, and we got negative here. So there's a little bit of a mix here. But what I do is, and I'm going to show you what I do, so the pound, New Zealand, pound, yen. So let's check the pound, New Zealand. This line right here is, let me check it, let me see. This is 5 minutes before the news. 5 minutes before the news. Now what I'm looking for is, as I'm scanning the pairs, just drag and drop them in here. I go through all of them, but I focus mostly on the pound pairs because they move. Look at that, pound New Zealand today went 343 pips, and that was driven by the news, by the way. And just because it's dollar related does not mean you have to trade only the dollar. That news will move a lot of pairs. So on the pound New Zealand, I'm on the 5 minutes. What I'm looking for is, and this is the newer pip trigger, as I told you before. I started studying this stupid simple system, and I tweaked and modified it. I put in this custom indicator. This is one indicator right here. These 4 moving averages. It's one indicator. It's my custom indicator, and I modified it, and I put it into the pip trigger, this one right here, pip trigger number 1. I have 3 versions of the pip trigger, and lately I've been enjoying good success with this new pip trigger. As a trader, you're always evolving and you're trying to make things better and better, and this is exactly what I did. Not that I don't like the other 2. They're still very, very good. This one is with the bands, and this one is 3 moving averages, but no upper and lower bands. And the indicators down at the bottom remain the same, as I like these indicators down at the bottom. So anyhow, on the 5 minutes, when I find this, and you got some space in between here, bigger is better, but this is still good enough. And we got some space between these 2 lines. So what I'm looking for is, if it's not clear down here, because there is a bit of red here, so I'm not sure which way it's going to go. If I'm not trading 5 minutes before the news, what I'll do is draw a trend line across here, like so. And when it breaks it, like it's going up, right about here somewhere, you're going to buy. It's going up, and the news is pushing it. So right in here, right around here, take the trade. Now I'm not going to use a 33 pip stop. My auto stop right here kicks in, puts in a 20 pip stop automatically, and the target, it says 20, but as soon as I put in the order, I will click on the line and move it up, at least to 100 pips. I'll just move it out of the way, just automatically, as quickly as possible. So what we have here, as it's moving, see, within this 5 minutes, that's already 30 pips. That's why I say to you, you got to move that as quickly as possible. Another way you can do is take the auto stop off. Like turn this off if you think you cannot do it fast enough. So anyhow, as it's going up, my stop is a default 20, which is right there, right about here. And then I would just stay in the trade as long as everything on the bottom and the top on each and every candle is still remaining blue. And then the first red candle or anything that shows me reversal, I'll get out. So it might be around here somewhere, which is 132 pips. So that is one way that you can trade this one. And also looking at the pound yen, which has got nothing to do with the dollar, but it's the news this morning that's pushing it. Same thing, mostly blue down here. I checked the AO, it's above the 0 line, so we're in a buy zone. This line is moving up. The MACD is running a little bit flat, but it is, the green line is above the water line, so that's buy territory. The most important thing, if you're going to trade with this pip trigger, this particular number 1 pip trigger, is make sure that these lines look exactly like this. Blue has to be above the red, blue has to be above the red, got a little bit of space in between both, and then all you do is you just draw a trend line, cross the top, and when it breaks it, get in. 20 pip stop takes you down to about here, and then it started to move up. Now I wouldn't get out just this soon because the news usually makes it move more than 30 pips. A strong news I'm talking about. And as you can see, when this candle closes, that's over 100 pips, or $1,000 per standard lot. And I could go through more pound pairs. They're all doing the same thing. Go and check your charts. You'll see what I'm talking about. So anyhow, I wanted to show you this, how I trade the news on my pound pairs. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in picking up my 3 versions of the pip trigger, just give me a shout, call me, email me, or Skype me. If you Skype me through screen sharing, I'd be happy to show you a lot more tips and tricks that I'm sure will help your trading. Anyhow, I want to wish you good luck going forward, and until the next trade or training lesson, good luck in your trading, and bye.